I'd like to thank FRAMEO for going through and sending me this digital picture frame in exchange for an honest review. This is a 21-inch picture frame, and it does have a little bit of weight to it. It is really nice, and I'm going to go through and show it to you. I'd like to thank them for sending it in exchange for an honest review. Again, this is 21.5 inches. It does go through and have the date and time and the weather on the top. You can also put captions in here if you'd like. Only have a few photos on here just to give you an idea. It's 1920 by 1080. Has a 32 internal gigabyte storage card. So let's go through and show you the unboxing as we go. Came in two nice boxes, so once you go through and get it out, you'll kind of be able to get an idea of more what it looks like. While I'll show you that, I'll talk about some of the features. You're able to go through and use an app and share them directly to the picture frame, which I will go through and show you in this video on how to do. Can store up to 80,000 photos. Also, it works with JPG, GIF, BMP, PNG, also MPEG 1, 2, 4, XVID AVI, JPEG, and even more. This is a really nice picture frame and it works really well. It is a larger one, so keep that in mind when you're going through and trying to find where to put it, and it can be heavy if you're holding it, but it's really solid and the screen is very reactive. I just touch there and then you have the options to react, hide the photo, go to your gallery, fit the frame, adjust the photo. You have settings, you have turning it off, and you can add friends. You add friends through the app and through here and in there in the app, and then they can go through and send photos. Lots of different settings in here, and you can even adjust the photos if you needed to rotate or anything like that, and even change the captions. You could also scroll side to side and switch them. No problem. So it's really nice. And again, you can even react. So you can go through and put sad, surprised, laughing, like. So let me go through and show you how to send photos to the frame. So with the picture frame, you can see it behind me. I'm really enjoying it and it works really well. The cool thing is you can send photos really easy. All you need is the FRAMEO app. You find pictures you want and you can go through and select it. So here I'm in my area for my family. I can select this picture of my son, and I can go through and create a caption if I'd like. So now that we want to do this one, we would hit the arrow to go to the next screen. Here it's going to say the name of the picture frame. You're going to go ahead and select that. Now you can write a caption and you can just put here, happy birthday. If you want to put a caption, you don't have to. So once you have the caption, you just click off so the arrow comes back. And then you go through and hit the next one. Here's where they have something. They want you to adjust it and send it just in case your picture isn't the right size for the frame. I'm not a huge fan of this, but I get it. You know, not everything's going to be the same one, especially if you have it adjust to fit. So for this, you would just put the center of the photo here. Keep in mind, if you have two people and they're like further apart and you put it in the middle, it might get a little rough on some photos. So photos like that you may even want to skip. So here we're going to go through and choose this and send photo. Now it's going to go through and send the photo. We're going to get it on there. I have my notifications turned off over there because my kids were going crazy with it, because you can actually go on the frame and do certain things. You can click buttons and, like, you know, say you're surprised, say you like a photo, things like that. So my kids really enjoy doing that. So now we have that there and it sent the photo. So that's how you use the app. It's pretty simple. And the thing is, you can invite other people to use the app. So for me, it's going to be, you know, me, my wife, and, you know, my older son, if he would like to send some. If you have a family, you know, anything like that, parents or anything, you can have them connect and they can send stuff as well. So it's pretty awesome. And they do have videos too. You'll see like a video that I put up just to test it out. You can mute videos, so when they come on, there's no sound, which is something I was a little worried about at first. Sometimes the sound comes back on if you have a younger kid in the house and he goes up and turns it back up. So keep that in mind. But overall, I think the picture frame's great. It also does have a sleep function, which I really liked. By default, it comes on at 7 a.m. and goes to sleep at 11 p.m. I've edited it since 9 p.m. it goes to sleep, and it comes on around 10 a.m. That way, you know, at night when you're trying to watch TV, it's not too bright when the room's dark. So I think that's really going to help out. And you can do other things. You don't have to keep it side by side like I currently have it. I just like it that way because most of my pictures are that way, because I take most of my pictures sideways. So now we have that added as well, which you probably see it come in eventually on the back if it hasn't already. It looks a lot better than it is in the background because of the lighting in this room. I tried to change the lighting and make it work right, but it's still a little whited out. But if I have the camera off, I don't see it that way. It's a really nice picture, which is great. Pros and cons, you do have to plug it in, so keep that in mind. However, the cord is long. These people are smart. You know, a lot of people don't send you a long cord and it's really annoying, but nice size cord. You can mount it on the wall, or you could use the kickstand, which is what I've been doing, and it seems to work great. Screen works really well with touch, and yeah, it's got a lot of cool settings. You can also add borders and things like that. Brightness, you have a whole bunch of things. You could have captions, which I turned off, but your caption will say, you know, whatever you type and who it's from. So it'll be like, this is from 2024. You know, you can label it however you want. And there is the birthday picture we sent. So it's now there and in the frame of my son. So pretty awesome. I'm really excited for it. I do recommend when you get this, you know, put a decent amount of photos on. You know, don't just put 5 photos and let it go, because they kind of get repetitive quickly. But if you add a good amount, like I plan to add a lot more, then it's gonna, people are gonna see new experiences each time. Once they see everything, they're like, ah, I seen that, I'm good, you know, and then they're done. But the neat little clips are cool. You know, it plays 15 seconds of video, so keep that in mind when you're going through and sending over the videos. Overall, do I recommend this? Definitely. I think it is a great picture frame, and I'm really glad I got it. I'm just trying to find a spot for it. It is a nice size. It's 21 inches, which is great, but our house is very congested at the moment. So we need to find a nice spot to put it where it just, you know, won't fall over or anything like that. But it is pretty solid, you know, and I think they did a great job with it. And you got the app working great over Wi-Fi, so you never really have to go up to the unit, though you could if you want. And it's very easy to handle. You just touch the screen and it comes up with everything you need. You can go into your settings. Like I said, you could react, you could do things like that. And you can also change the time frame that you put on the photos. So I have mine running at 30 seconds. So every 30 seconds it switches. I think default it comes 1 minute, which I guess 1 minute would be better if you are not loading a lot of images. But if you're loading a lot of images, like I think I'm at 6 gigs, but you know, you have the operating system on it, which is probably around 3.5 gigs. So I have a lot of room left, and I'm going to be filling it all up. Definitely worth the money. I would definitely purchase it again.